What's going on, guys?
Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel.
And welcome.
Alright, do you want to talk over me?
What I was supposed to say was welcome to Casa del Hanniston.
Oh yeah, Casa del Hanniston.
Why did I even...
I don't know.
Well, welcome to our sofa.
Welcome to the sofa.
This is Jen and Brad's Q&A.
Yay! So yes, as everybody can see, I have the legend Brad himself here today.
Yes,
I know you've all been looking forward to it.
Let's get some popcorn down in the chat.
This is not TikTok. This is YouTube. Today, we are going to be answering some of the questions that we get asked quite a lot. So as you all know, I put a video up on TikTok the other day asking you to send us the questions that you wanted to know. So we are going to delve right in.
Let's start.
Well, let's do it. Do you want to pick the first one?
Yeah, go on.
Go on then.
Okay, so who did we choose first? Okay, so this was from Andrew Markid 21. How you doing? Hope you have a lovely evening or had a lovely weekend. Where did you and Brad meet and how long have you been together and what's your favourite thing about each other? So what's my favourite thing? Thing or things? So
Of course it is
I'm
about that.
joking.
He ain't lying.
No, yeah. Okay, so where did we first meet? Well, me and Jen, we actually met on Plenty of Fish.
Oh yes, dating website.
They do work.
They do,
work.
yeah.
They do. Yeah, I suppose you might as well delve into how that even happened. I mean, to be fair, I couldn't keep her out of the inbox.
Oh please, it was definitely the other way around.
No. So what I mean is, when I say I couldn't keep her out of the inbox, I basically just opened it up so she could message me. That was all. Not.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Someone's ego is going through the roof right now.
No, it's definitely on me. Definitely.
No, yeah, he was hounding me. No, but yeah, so we met on Plenty of Fish. You know, we started chatting on there. But fun fact for everybody, Brad actually longed me off the first time.
I mean, look, I was just doing
The
what
stuttering
most...
says it all.
I was just doing what most, red-blooded males did back then. I was just basically... I was a hoe. I was. I basically... look, it's a very true fact, especially with, the journey we've taken and what's going on at the moment. I can tell you, categorically, that most men are the same.
Yeah.
We are. The things that we ask for from females or other men,
It's blown your mind a bit, hasn't it?
it really has. It's really opened my eyes to the world of what men really think women want to see and what women don't want to see. And real's real, basically. When you do find that one in a million, that one person you want to be with, you hear it all the time, but it can happen to you. It can. And basically on Plenty of Fish, it's just a matter of, I was seeing her popping up every now and then, and then she'd just disappear for a few weeks where, she had someone she was probably training, getting ready to, going, testing out the latest person and coming off of Plenty of Fish, and then she popped back up again. So I wasn't the only hoe, you know what I mean? No, and then, I think years before this, by the way, this is where the universe works in strange ways.
Yeah.
Years before Plenty of Fish, I was at a party, one of my friends was leaving for the army, and Jen was there. And as soon as she was there, I did what I always did, thinking I could just have anyone I wanted, even though I couldn't, but I tried anyway.
But you did.
I kind of, as soon as I saw her, I just walked up and I was like, "You all right?" And I'm not joking, before I got to the end of "all right," it was an immediate, I could even do it for you now. So I saw her, she's come over to me and I was like, "How you doing, you all right?"
No.
As straight up as that, straight up.
I had seen him circling that room that night and I was like, you think I'm going to be last dibs? Come again.
I mean, yeah, all right, yeah.
But everything happens for a reason, because let's face it, if we'd have got together that night, we wouldn't be together now.
No
Definitely
chance,
not.
no.
Definitely
I had a hell
not.
of a lot of growing up to do, and so coming back to the Plenty of Fish, so what I decided to do, because I am, even saying it now, right now as we're answering this question, we're here, by the way, just so you know, to be completely honest, we'll only ever be honest with all of you, but I was pretty terrible for years and years growing up. I really was, like breaking hearts and not giving a shit, using girls for convenience basically because I just could, and I'm definitely ashamed of it, but it's just what I did, and so many other men did it and they'll never admit it, and they didn't admit it at the time. and they probably have gone on to have happy lives, but that part of my life, I decided to put it into my Plenty of Fish profile. And in the profile, I just put it all down. I didn't have one skeleton left to pull out of my closet.
After that bio.
No, I just basically said I'd done everything you can imagine that a guy would, apart from touch a woman, never do that sort of thing. It's never been a part of my life. But we'll come to that in other. We'll come to other Q&As, or we can divulge about all of that.
We literally like started chatting, didn't we? And then stuff happened. We both kind of started seeing other people, and then somehow or another we both ended
by the way,
up
sorry,
on there.
just to also say, we live 2 roads away from each other.
Yeah, 2 roads.
We've lived 2 roads away from each other for a good 10 years.
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
We didn't even know each other existed.
Didn't even know.
It's crazy.
It's unbelievable.
There's a Tesco's around the corner. We didn't even bump into each other once.
And yet I saw her at one party 5 years before Plenty of Fish. Then just started seeing her picture pop up every now and then. And as guys do, or women, sitting there scrolling through, checking out all the latest bitches. No, oh, look, it's her again.
Yeah.
Oh, do I? Don't I? Well.
And then you saw me in the casino.
Yes, and then I went to the casino.
And I pretended that I didn't see him because I had a boyfriend at the time, so I'm loyal, yeah. And I'm dancing away, George Michael tribute night.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm dancing away, and then I just see this geezer, like this 6 foot odd geezer, his head above the crowd, and our eyes just locked, and I was like.
And I knew she was there with
my ex.
Oh my god.
We won't even go there.
I mean, you know when they say that whole thing about like you leveled up? Yeah.
Level up. Level up.
Yeah, and then and even when I saw that, I think I remember messaging her on Plenty of Fish, and she said like, oh, I think I saw you. Like,
I think your exact words were, you looked hot in that black
dress. No. I turned around and said, how could I? No, come on, it was cheesier than that. My actual words were. I was like, well, how could I forget you wearing that dress?
Oh, yeah.
Ah, yeah.
How cheesy is that? That is just some cheese on toast. Absolute melt.
But it was enough to keep you in my mind.
Yeah, I planted the seed, and.
But then we didn't talk, did we, for like a good few months, and we both ended up back on there. And I think you sent like I can't remember one of us sent a message.
Well, actually, no, there was a message that I'd sent. This is embarrassing. This is here. You want an embarrassing moment? You ready for this? Drum roll, please. I was driving down a road close to where Jennifer lived at the time, and I vividly remember walking down the road wearing a particular blue, like a big kind of basketball.
I'd just come home from dancing.
Yeah, like she does hip hop dancing, so this big like basketball kind of top thing, and she had the kids with her, who were 5 and 7 at the time. I met the beautiful children when they were quite young. And I text her, and again, like, so, you know when you say something and you think, should I have done that? But I meant what I said. But in the world we live in, getting a text message that says, and I quote, you look very hot in that jumper. It wasn't even a fucking jumper.
I saw it when I got back to my house, and I literally was like, what
I know.
is going on? Good job you're fit.
Either way, it was embarrassing, but do you know what? It was the truth. I just saw her walking with the kids and thought, that's the kind of woman that, you know, like the strength, having to put the kids first and sacrifice everything else around her while still going to university, while still dancing, having to get a train for hours every day. It was just, I wanted to give her everything, and that's kind of what I did, because now I'm broke.
You are such a liar. I don't think so, Sarah.
No, we're not broke.
No, he ain't no more because he got me.
Put some fire on these bitches.
1-0.
We then went on our first date after that.
It was great.
Yeah, I mean, at the time, Jen didn't know for a very long time, until we had another drunk night. We went back to the same bar, right? So basically, when we had our first date, the barman, we had it all set up. So basically, every time I ordered, he was doing me a really good deal, and they were doubles all night. So I just figured, let's just get absolutely, you pour everything out when you're drunk. You can only get the truth at that moment. And, listen, we're here to explain to everyone that the world isn't a conventional place. We are a loving couple, loving family. We're in a successful position, and anybody can do it, because we've been rock bottom so many times, right? But what I'm trying to get across is that the things that we've done to get where we are, the average person will turn around and say, really? Why? Oh, the one thing I wanted to say was, yeah, we got drunk, and yeah, we had an incredible night, and we did not stop talking.
Yeah.
We even lied, because we don't anymore, but at the time, we lied about the whole having a social fag. And we're sitting there both
roasting for a fag.
Right? And we just did not say anything, and then we got so smashed. Like I said, it all comes out, and we both just went, do you want a fag? I was like, oh, I thought you wouldn't say no. I was like, back pocket, oh, rolling, let's go. So that's how it was. But what I'm trying to get at is about the whole not being conventional, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I went back to Jen's for a cup of coffee, if that's what you want to call it. So the whole thing about not being conventional and showing you that it is normal and you can do it. When people class things as taboo or how can you do it and you shouldn't be doing that. This whole thing about I would never sleep with anyone on my first date. Listen, if that's your opinion, good for you, right? But it doesn't make it wrong either. And the chemistry was just so incredible that we just said we didn't want the night to end.
Yeah, that was literally it, wasn't it?
And one of the big things about it is that Jen, a long time ago, was very, very insecure about herself. Very insecure about her body, and purely down to the fact that people she was with prior to myself just weren't very nice, and they just said horrible things to her. And I do not mind saying this because this is YouTube after all, and you want to hear, so I'm going to give you what you want to know. So on that night, Jen was very much like, I don't really want to. I just felt so uncomfortable, mentioning things, saying, like, I just don't want to get my belly, or I don't want to do this. My words in that exact moment, I literally just said, take your fucking clothes off.
And I was like,
right now.
Yes, boss.
And it was just literally like, broken bed later. And I moved in 2 weeks later.
Yeah, literally didn't you? We just didn't want to be apart.
No, we didn't.
But yeah.
That's how we met.
Yeah.
And then the last part, which you've asked, is what's your favourite thing about each other? For me, it's Jen's independence. It's just her drive in life, and just seeing that woman come out of her shell and be the woman she is today.
Yeah.
That's what I loved at the beginning, and that's what I love now. So that's my favourite thing about Jen.
And what I love about Brad is his ability to bring out the best in anybody. He literally does. Like,
well, I try. I do try.
He does, honestly. He doesn't even realise the power that he has. He could just walk into a room and he's like, stop, carry on. But he just walks into a room and he could walk into a room of 200 people and walk out with 20 friends. Like 30, 40, yeah. But he literally is that guy, and I love how he's made me feel. He makes me feel like I can take on the world when he's by my side, and I love that.
I couldn't do what I do without Jen, and it's kind of like everything about us happens because of both of us.
Yeah. And we bounce off each other so well. We complement each other, don't we?
Yeah. But that's it. That's how we met. They're our favourite things about each other. Let's pull out another one out of the bag.
Oh yes. Where's the
is it my turn? Is it?
No, it's my turn.
It's your turn.
Okay. So, question for you both. This is from the legend himself, Gaz Hunter, our wonderful moderator.
Let's just make a special mention for Gaz Hunter, because Gaz is not just our moderator. Gaz is somebody that he's brought a lot of light into our life.
Yeah, he has.
And we hope that it reciprocates with him. And it's just amazing to see how the community we're building, the support that they show for him, and the friends that, like our chat room, is basically one massive family, and everyone is talking to each other. Everyone's sorting out their problems. Everyone's having a chat. People want to know about each other, what they've been doing.
Yeah.
It's not about us. Mm-hmm. We just happen to
be hosting it.
And we might sit on phones. No, we don't. What I'm saying is we like the fact that we can see how engaging people are, and the fact that we can realise that there's not enough people like us that will just come out and say it as it is.
Yeah.
Like, let's be real. We know there's...
People are afraid to say what they really think nowadays.
Of course they are. And then when they say it, it's like they get hate for it, and then the hate turns into depression, and then depression turns into what the media and the news, which talks shit half the time anyway. But for what you do see is what do we always see? Suicides, right? And this is quite a big subject. I know we're going off a little bit, but we need to voice this stuff. We've got so much to speak about that we'll try and always keep things informative, but let's just talk about it for a second. So people are killing themselves because of trolls. People are killing themselves because of lack of confidence, and the first person that puts them down, they stop whatever dream, whatever hobby, whatever it is that drives you to do something. That little bit of fire that's burning gets put out because what? one person comes in your room that's having a real shitty time in their life and says this about you, and then you don't do it. So our aim wasn't to do what we do, it's just how we are, right? And we're there for the advice. We're there to let you know and let you in to what it's like for a married couple in love with children doing an OnlyFans, okay? And we can do this in detail on here. Yeah. So we just we'll get into a lot more detail as this goes on and on and on. We'll go into that.
We could have a whole section on that.
All you need to understand is that we ain't fucking leaving. We ain't fucking leaving. We aren't going nowhere, right? We're going to make sure that every single person, girl, man, I don't care, right? If you feel like you want to post and you want to get your content out there and you want to go live once you've got 1,000 people, which is quite easy to do, and you want to voice your hobby, your opinion, you want to do it, do it.
As long as you ain't hurting no one.
Yeah, that's what we're here to do, because the most important thing, the fundamental thing about us, and probably a lot of people, when we hear this a lot, people turn around and say, oh yeah, no, but what does your family think? Which is another Q&A, but we need to talk about it now. What does your family think? Oh, I can't do this because of him, and I don't want that person knowing, and I don't... Hold the fucking front door a minute, right? Put the brakes on for just 2 seconds, because, yeah, you have families. We have pretty fucked up families, and we've gone through things that we'll talk about another time. And you'll soon understand. If you've been with us from the beginning of TikTok, you probably know a lot of this anyway, right? But let me make something clear to you, right? Especially firsthand from myself. Yeah, blood is thicker than water. That's science, okay?
Yeah.
But feeling-wise, blood isn't. My children, who I met when they were 5 and 7, are my children. The daughter sees her dad every week. He's an amazing person, and hats off to him, because there are not enough men out there that step up to the plate. There's probably more that don't than do. But for those that do, I've got plenty of friends that are single fathers or just not with their kids. But my God, like, does he put in the stint that any daughter would be happy to have, right? So, yeah, the whole blood is thicker than water. It doesn't matter, you know? Love's love, and whether you've got a close-knit family, whether you've got a family that aren't that close to you, the only person that's going to put you where you want to be in life is yourself.
100%.
Okay? The only reason where we are now, through everything that's happened and all the people that have tried tearing us down, trust me, left, right and centre, is us two. We're the only two people that have put us here. We have had support from family for things that were important. You know, that's just how it is. But
ultimately,
it's us.
We've done it ourselves. So but anyway, we are rambling here. We need to get back to this Q&A.
Yeah.
So, question from Gaz.
Yes, sorry Gaz. Here we go. Here's the question.
Was, what attracted you to each other?
Go on then.
Well, what attracted me was, I think we kind of covered it in the last one, which was on Brad's Plenty of Fish profile. He was really, really honest about all the things that he'd done, and also we kind of gauged that we had a lot in common, because he'd done X Factor and all these things, and I was...
Hold on a minute. What? That part of my life was never to come out.
Excuse me, when that was your opening line to me and your message was, did you know I was on X Factor? It's getting brought up, okay?
We are never. Just so, listen, just so you all know, that's not.
Anyway, I was talking. That's what attracted me to him. Not the fact that he'd done X Factor, but we had so much in common, and the fact that he was honest and open. And I was like, do you know what? I don't want to be with another fuckboy and waste my time. And he just didn't seem that way to me, and that was what initially attracted me to.
That's because initially I was really good at hiding it. No. Yeah. So, and I think for me, I've already covered it again, but I really did cover it in detail.
Yeah.
It's just her independence. It's the way she can put me in my place, because I do need it. Sometimes.
It's an equal balance.
Yeah, when you can find someone that can be your best friend and your soulmate in one evening, then...
Am I your best friend? Oh, sorry. You know I love you, really.
Yeah. This is YouTube, not OnlyFans. Be careful. Be careful.
Oh, this definitely ain't OnlyFans.
Okay, so yeah, that answers your question, Gaz.
Yes.
We're going to open the lid on this.
So, question number
3.
What did I just do with my hands? Question number 3. I was like...
So, this is from Ben Walker 5150.
Yep.
Will you ever be on the hub together?
This is awkward.
Okay, let's sort this out.
Let's address this.
Let's address this because what's been happening for quite a long time. I don't know if any of you are aware. Jennifer Hanniston was trending on Pornhub.
Yeah, I was.
You know, and did no one notice? It wasn't really a surprise to us. Okay,
No.
but what you guys don't know is there used to be a channel called. Some people in the comments will probably
already know.
relate to that. We had a channel called Mr. and Mrs.
Yeah.
We were.
And they did very, very well.
We were motherfucking porn stars. Straight up.
And it was good.
Listen.
We did some good stuff.
What we do in the bedroom is, listen, after 8 years, it's still fucking incredible. And I'm not joking, it is. When you can turn around and be like, and we do it, listen, it happened last night. And we go, what the fuck just happened?
It's chemistry. There is so
How?
much chemistry.
How? So that is what we presented in our channel, and it was just real.
It was just us.
It was just real. But Pornhub is a public domain.
Yeah.
It is public, and it becomes public knowledge. It was fine. We didn't care. Going back to the whole family thing, blood thicker than water, it doesn't matter. You know, you should respect your family, but
of course,
they're not the people that are putting food on your table.
Yeah.
They're not the people that are paying your bills. They're not the people tucking your children in at bed at night.
Yeah.
They have to respect.
They have their opinions,
but they have to respect your children's opinions at the same time, the same as we would respect our kids when they get older.
Mm-hmm.
There's a way to go, but even using the word non-conventional, he made that up. It is just a way of earning money.
But we ultimately had this channel and we were flying, we were doing what we were doing, but we are parents first.
Yeah.
And our kids have got to an age where they're looking at things and, you know, things like that.
they're 12 and coming
12
on 15.
Nearly 15.
So
we all know what it's like to be that age.
And even though they don't care,
we would not want them to stumble across something. Like, imagine what it's like when and most people have done it, you've walked in on your parents at some point.
Come on, you know you
that
have.
stays in your
have.
head. Now imagine if you were scrolling in that little special moment of yours and you see your parents.
It's not, you know, we know they'd be like, oh well, we sort of knew, but it's not even that.
We just don't want them to see it.
Yeah, when you're in that bubble of being in school, we know they wouldn't care too much. But come on, if people start going,
put them in that situation.
is that your mum and dad? So it's just not.
So we took it all down.
So we removed it, right? But when we removed it, it was like it set off a fuse. We removed it just because we wanted to, not because we needed to. We just said, let's just get rid of it for the protection of our own children, and let's just do it privately on OnlyFans. So you pay a subscription. And god damn, is it a serious page. We don't charge you for every picture you want to see. We don't charge you for every video you want to see. We don't basically charge you to type a letter to us.
No.
We're not into that. You just pay your one-off monthly fee and you get it all. And I'm serious when I tell you I put on some fucking performances, alright? So yes, we give it to you there, but it's no different. You don't get any different. So for everyone that's always asking, are you going to be on the hub? Are you on the hub?
Yeah.
What's your name on the hub? It's like, I mean, okay, it's cool. You want to see it, but for those of you that pay to see it, you get a good fucking show. You know.
But
so
ultimately, no, we are not going to be back on the hub.
we won't be back on it, but we was on it.
We were on it. I hope that kind of clears that one
there
up.
you
We
are.
don't explain why we're not on it.
Yep.
When we first kind of got into it, it was just a joint decision that we decided to do, and we just kind of rolled with it. But things happen in life, and we had to take our kids into consideration more than they come first in every situation.
Yep.
So that was what was more important to us, like protecting them from that, really. And
So the answer is no, we won't be back on it. We was on it, but it doesn't mean you can't see it. So that's the answer to those questions. So I think that's it for tonight's Q&A.
I feel like that's going to wrap that one up. There are so many more questions that we have to answer, and trust me, there will be more coming.
You're going to find out every single thing there is to know about the world of Brad
and we're happy to share it.
Yeah, it's nice actually that we relate to a lot of people, and once we're finished with you, you're going to
Once we're finished with you.
Once we're finished with you, you'll need a wheelchair. Sorry, guys.
He knows.
Yeah, he knows, don't worry. What I'm saying is once we're done taking you through this journey that we're very excited to go on,
it's really great.
I mean, a lot of you already know, you know a lot about us.
And the world's changing, and I feel like the time is now to be open and have these open conversations. Like, we're not weirdos, we're not, all right, okay.
Stop using the word freak, stop using taboo, stop using it's disgusting.
It is what it is.
You know?
The world goes round because of the act like that we do and stuff, that's how the world carries on. Like it's a normal thing.
You
know?
do you, boo.
Exactly.
You do you, because no one's going to do it for you.
Exactly.
That's all this is, all right? So
yeah, that wraps that one up.
On that note, yep, we'll wrap this up.
But
of
we
course,
will be back for another episode, probably in like the next week.
Episode.
Well, episode.
What is it?
Who do we think we are?
Keeping up with the Hannistons. Episode 1. No, there will be a weekly explain yourself.
Oh,
okay.
Yes,
we're going to be doing the week.
Yourself.
We'll have a week.
We'll
basically be taking a live session that we do on TikTok, and if there's enough subscribers here, by the way, subscribe if you haven't already. Get on there, subscribe. Leave us a comment for the next Q&A. There will be the live what we do on TikTok, and then we'll present that on YouTube. Okay, but we'll obviously glam it up a bit, and we will show the world that it's not about bullying a troll.
No.
Don't ever go down to their level. What this is about is that if you're going to come in a room and say something you shouldn't say, think about it. You walk into a room full of people, there's 2 people on stage having a chat, just having a little mingle, everyone's having their own conversations, and someone walks in and says something they shouldn't say. They shout it out, and then they either try and do what we call a bash and dash, which is run for the door and leave their comment, or they stay in hoping to get a response.
Get a bit of clout.
The problem they have is this: zip, the room goes quiet.
Yeah.
The tumbleweed flows past. The one troll is sitting on his own, surrounded by popcorn. I nearly said it. I nearly said get some popcorn in the chat. I'm glad I did it.
It's like
surrounded by popcorn, and I give them their moment. We give you the opportunity to just back it up. Give us a bit of constructive criticism as to why you don't like what we do.
Yeah.
And if it's a good enough explanation, then stay in. Feel free to stay and chat. And that's it. I'm not going to come at you and start outing you for your haircut or what your missus is doing or the size of what people keep saying. You know.
But we're going to come to all of that in our explain
Yes, we will be.
Explain yourself.
But all we're trying to say is from the get-go is stay confident.
Be yourself.
Be yourself. Stay positive. Don't give.
And it's okay to be confident.
Yeah, don't give a shit what other people think, because they're not the people that are paying your bills.
Like I said, as long as you ain't hurting no one, you ain't doing nothing wrong. So anyway,
that's it.
On that note,
we will love you.
Let's wrap it up.
And leave you.
Yeah.
So
thanks.
This has been the Hannistons.
Yeah, thank you so much for watching, everybody, and please subscribe to our channel so that when we put a new video up, you get notified about it straight away.
That's it.
And on that note, we're out.
Love you lots, guys.
Bye.
Bye. I've lost my train of thought now.
That's new.
That's fine. No, it's definitely not new.
Good night.
I've been Brad.
I've been Jen.
That's the 10 o'clock news. What?
And we have
10
been
o'clock news.
the Hannistons. Anyway, on that note, let's move on to this. Just shit.